And joining us on Racing Sports is the venerable voice of Australian racing and sport. It's Bruce McAvaney from Channel 7. Bruce, great to see you in Sydney. We've turned the weather on, the track's improving. What a race day this will be, Golden Slipper Day.
It's always a big day. This is a really big slipper day. It feels like one that we probably haven't approached before. There's a little bit of Winx's final race day in Mackay Diva because we know that there's a lot of history on the line and James McDonald's at the centre of all of that. And at the same time, it's a day of short price favourites, and yet the Golden Slipper itself is arguably the widest betting Golden Slipper we've ever seen. So, yeah, a day of contrast.
Yeah, well, we'll go with the Golden Slipper first. It's now $7 to fill, which goes to your point. It's wide open, Bruce. And I was speaking to Gay Waterhouse yesterday, and she said, run this race 5 times, you get 5 different winners.
No, I agree with her. And she knows more about the Golden Slipper than any of us, Ray, doesn't she? I'm looking at the Blue Diamond form. Normally it's 2 weeks out from the Golden Slipper here at Rose, or with the Todman and the Riesling. But I'm going more to the Blue Diamond. We've got the first 4 out of the Blue Diamond, plus Cheyenne who ran 7th. Yep. So I'm going around those horses. The 2 fillies, Streisand and Cheyenne. And I think the maiden, Zambales, has got an enormous chance today. I've only had 2 maidens win the race and you've got to go a long way back. But I've got a feeling that Melbourne form, they haven't won one for 15 years. I've got a feeling a Melbourne horse can win.
There's a bit of history in the family with Clinton McDonald as well, Blue Diamond Golden Slipper, which is fascinating. You mentioned the James McDonald record chase today, and as is Chris Waller. They've had 53 Group 1s together. Could break Tommy Smith and George Moore's record of 54, and of course James has Damon Oliver's 129 in sight, just needs one. They've got Aliana, they've got Autumn Glow. Can either of the 2 great mares be beaten today?
I think Aliana can be beaten. No, she's still the obvious pick, but I've got a huge regard for Sedelius. I thought after the Turnbull Stakes in the spring, he was probably the number 1 horse in the country at weight for age middle distance. Aliana's form has been outstanding, but I think that's almost an even money bet. I wouldn't have her quite so sure.
Yeah.
Autumn Glow, well, we want her to win, and I think she will because she's the best horse I think in Australia right now. But the interesting thing about that race, Ray, and I'm sure you're all over this, she hasn't frightened away the field. There's 12 runners. And all of them are, top class horses.
There's 8 individual Group 1 winners in that field. Outstanding.
And I agree. So, look, I expect her to win. I'd go away from Rosehill today really surprised if J Mac's not at least equal with Ollie. And, look, the betting suggests that he'll be in front of him at the end of the day.
And just quickly, Bruce, the Observer v Autumn Boy clash is another race win itself for the Rosehill Guineas. And the Galaxy is literally a star-studded field.
It is, and look, I think the most interesting horse is Briasa. Just how does he come back? And he was 4th last year in the Galaxy. He's a Group 1 winner since. And with that battle between the Caulfield Guineas winner and the Victoria Derby winner, it's only the 3rd time that's happened since the Rosehill Guineas has come to the autumn. Observer and Autumn Boy, I mean, it's really flipped the coin. And what's interesting too is that there's 2 or 3 horses underneath them that are maybe aiming for the Derby that could be dangerous, but look, it's just an incredible day. Craig Williams versus James McDonald is going to be a big part of the early Group 1 racing here today.
Yeah, that Ranvet's going to be a fascinating contest, just the 5 runners. It looks a match between Aliana and Sedelius. It'll set the stage for what's going to be an extraordinary Golden Slipper Day. Bruce McAvaney, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, mate.